Capricorn, this reading is for you. We're doing messages from your higher self, Capricorn. And if you guys can put on your imagination caps, pretend like you're sitting right across this table from me. Hold the other end of the deck how I am holding it. And Capricorn, let us bow. Spirit, this reading is for Capricorn, for every single one of them out there on planet Earth. I'm calling on all of our intuitions, all of our higher selves in the universe to be with us through this reading, please, and thank you. Oh, hello, hi, welcome, Capricorn. Glad y'all are here. Thanks for showing up. Spirit, again, this is messages from Capricorn's higher self. We're getting a snapshot of their life right now in this moment in time. What needs to be shed, what needs to be brought to light, what needs awareness, what is hidden, all the good stuff and bad stuff. We do. I'm straight up in my readings, Capricorn. Whatever comes out is what I read. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Spirit, on my end, if you can remove any anxieties, any fears that may arise during this reading for whatever reason. If you can thin the veil just a little bit more this time, allow me to see through to the other side just a little bit more clearly. Allow me to sink into my natural God-given talents with my intuition. And lastly, Spirit, if you can remove any logic, any reasoning from my brain, because that's not what any of this is for me. Thanks. Hope y'all are doing well, by the way, Capricorn. Okay. Cards for Capricorn now, spirits. We got one. Okay. More cards for Capricorn spirits, please. One, two. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. We shall start there, Capricorn. That is perfect. But as y'all know, Capricorn, let's take some deep breaths. 3 deep breaths before we start to ground me and you. All right. I think Capricorn, for some of y'all, there's this message of not being too hard on yourself right now, like kind of quieting that inner critic in you, that voice in you that wants to be really harsh. Because it's interesting because we had the red in that lion, right? And the same red that is on the Empress's throne there. So I am definitely getting for some of y'all like having a softer approach to your situation. But it seems like with that world card, let me show you all the foundation actually. So yeah, Strength Empress, the world, that is y'all's foundation for this reading. With that world card, yeah, definitely we're closing a chapter out here. We're about to graduate, we're about to upgrade, we're about to move on. Moving on to what though? We'll probably find out as we draw more cards here. I'm really trying to draw that connection right now too. That seriously, that red is really sticking out to me in the lion and on the Empress's throne there. Oh yeah, perhaps for a lot of y'all, it's like something about like you're coming out on top with your like anxieties, with your fears, or there's been some sort of evolution there as of late. Because here in the strength card, like with her, who in their right mind would be taming a lion? How she is. Her hands are almost literally in that lion's mouth, right? That lion represents her anxieties, her fears. Look at her face though, completely calm, completely tranquil. She is big chillin' because she understands the moment she shows any fear, any stress, anything on her face, that lion is going to devour her. She understands that. So it's almost like Capricorn, like you're taming the lion here. I'm just noticing too because I'm seeing my camera right here. I don't know what this color is showing up my shirt for y'all. It kind of looks red. It's like a pink. It's actually pink, but on camera it looks more red. So lots of red. I don't even know where I'm wearing this shirt for this reading, to be honest. I just threw something on, right? But yeah, like it's like we're taming our anxieties and our fears with this strength card. We're like encountering them straight on, right? And I feel like there's an evolution here from the strength card to the Empress, because the Empress, she's almost like that lion is almost transferred, like, or gone from a lion to the throne that she's sitting on. It's like she's claimed that lion, or she's not claimed, but she has won the battle with that lion. She has claimed her victory with that lion. I think we'll get some more information here to kind of clarify what's going on in this foundation as we keep going. Yeah, because I feel like I'm kind of circling around it, but I'm not getting to the essence yet, which that happens for me sometimes with my readings. I picture myself sometimes like I'm like a vulture up in the sky, and I'm just like circling around, circling around, circling around. As we go further and further, as I keep talking, the circle gets smaller, 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 and I really hone in on what's going on. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, it seems like definitely an emphasis, at least so far in these cards, are placed like on your mind right now, or what's going inside your mind, what's going on inside of your mind right now, Capricorn. And perhaps with this Justice card coming out after the World, like you're learning cause and effect. You're learning that what goes on in here, like the your outer world, is a reflection of what's going on up here. And at the same time too, there's like a level up in the mindset. Like perhaps there have been like some battles or trials you've been going through lately that you've come out on top, that you've persevered through and you've come out on the other side. Because of that, you have gotten stronger. I mean, literally strength, right? You have gotten stronger because of that, like that inner resilience. And because of that, it's like you have a newfound resolve in life, right? Again, your mind is just simply leveled up, which is really cool. And there's something about leaving this in the past too. I mean, most clearly, with the world card showing up, right? Because that is the like finale of finales in the deck. That's the last major arcana in our journey before we start back over at the full. And then we have the two of wands. I'm getting like, yeah, there's something that like you're like forever leaving behind here, Capricorn. Because you're understanding, you're realizing, like I say a lot of the time with this two of wands, that world is shrinking by the day in his hand. It keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. At this point in this card, like in this snapshot, it's literally so small that he can hold it in the palm of his hands, right? Like it's that small, and it's continuing to get smaller by the day. He's understanding, like, hey, I can't stay here anymore. Like it's time for me to go. It's time for me to venture out into just onto distant lands. Yeah, traveling, venturing out onto distant lands because like his castle that he's built for himself, like he's built himself a pretty nice life, and he's like got it pretty good. We can just tell by his castle how high up he is, his clothing, how he's adorned. We get a sense of royalty with this two of wands, and that wand back there, one of them is tied or bound to his castle walls. That's like, think all of his responsibilities, like his family, his wife, his career, is just all of his responsibilities, his day-to-day responsibilities as a man, right? So that's everything that's like tying him to his home where he resides. That other one he has in his hand though is calling him to a new adventure. What's interesting, what he's done, he's built those castle walls low enough to where he could easily climb out and venture onwards, right? So the two of wands, twos, of course, we're all about decisions, right? The two of wands, he's really trying to decide, like, hey, like, am I being called to something more here? Am I being called to something greater? Am I being called to a new adventure? It seems like you are, again, with that world, right? You're leaving something behind here, Capricorn. So it seems like you're definitely making a decision. You're taking that wand in your hand. You're climbing out from your castle walls, and you're leaving, right? Because you're understanding your current reality is no longer serving you. Mm. Capricorn, I am getting for some of y'all like you're advocating for others in some sort of way. I don't think I'm getting something super specific, but that just kind of came in as a message. Like a lot of y'all are like you're advocating for people, or you're advocating for a group of people. With that justice card, even the strength and the empress, I'm kind of getting new things off of them now. Some of y'all Capricorn are, I see like you're going back to school and you're pursuing um, perhaps a master's or a PhD. There's a certain element here for sure of like higher education. But again, like master's, PhD. Some of y'all too could be going to the law school as well. I'm seeing like with that justice card. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out next as well. This is my personal card of hard work. Um, he's removed himself from his city, from his home there in the background. He's removed all distractions. He is laser focused on those pentacles, right? That would make sense too, Capricorn. Yeah, I think whatever this new path is for y'all, that is very clearly showing up. It's like I think there's something about this that does like kind of like scares you a little bit. And something that needs to be like overcome. Because again, Two of Wands like all about getting outside of our comfort zone, right? Again, he's built a great life for himself. He could choose to just stay there, but it's like I think he understands in this card in this moment that that's going to eat away at his soul if he just stays there forever, right? Again, Capricorn, you are absolutely being called to something here. You're being called to move onwards. Yeah, getting away from the noise. What I was saying with the Eight of Pentacles, how he's removed himself from his city, right, in the background. And this Five of Wands, like the Five of Wands, like nothing but noise, nothing but like there's a chaotic nature to fives in general, right? I think on the side, like this is a clarification too of what I was saying. Like you're standing up for other people, you're advocating for others right now. Yeah, definitely some of y'all for sure. Justice in this Five of Wands, like perhaps you're helping defend others right now too, Capricorn. There's a sense of going to battle. But when I say battle, like you're teamed up with someone or you're someone's ally and you're heading, like you are with them fighting this battle. This could be too, Capricorn, like you're removing yourself from someone in your life. Because I'll actually show y'all down here. Again, we have the Eight of Pentacles, right? Five of Wands, and then the next card to come out after that is the Devil. So I definitely see for a lot of y'all that this is a relationship that is no longer serving you. And there's something about you're working diligently, you're working hard at trying to get out, just trying to get out. Um, I'm getting though like it's not as easy as that, or it's not as easy as just like I can just get up and leave. Like there are some things that are like complicating that process. And I'm not saying you cannot leave, Capricorn. You can absolutely leave. Like, no, you are not trapped. You are absolutely not trapped. You can leave, right? I'm saying there is something here that's kind of interfering, or there's something again that's getting in the way that's making this process a little more complicated. Some of this too, y'all, can be like, because so far, like, with the exception of the Five of Wands here, every other card here is like just a singular figure, right? Or just there's just one human. So they're kind of like some isolation vibes here, right? And I'm seeing for some of y'all is like this Devil card is like it's it's fear that's trying to come up. Because when I see the Devil, like I think about like our root chakra, and I'm thinking about fear right now too. And that's what I was saying at the beginning, right? With that Empress, the Strength card, like there's an element here for sure about like wrestling, battling with those anxieties and fears, right? That's going on in your head as you pursue this new path. But like understand, Capricorn, that you have no limitations right now. You have no limitations. You can fly. You can absolutely fly. The thing about this card too is those chains, those chains that are around their necks, um, they're actually incredibly loose. They're not tight. They could easily take their hands and remove it, and they can walk away from the Devil. And some of y'all definitely, like I was saying earlier, this is some form of relationship. I'm not getting necessarily specific, like whether it's romantic, platonic. I think it's going to be different for all of y'all, but generally speaking, a relationship that needs to. I am kind of getting like, I am kind of getting stuck energy though, for sure, Capricorn. Like you do feel stuck. I don't know if there's like I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I am prepared for this. Yeah, and I think we'll draw some clarifications here in a little bit, but it's like there's certainly Capricorn, like you're being met face to face with whatever fears that you have right now. It's like they're staring you straight in the face with that strength card with the devil. We have the hermit showing up down here as well. And I get a sense with that devil and the hermits, it's like simply put, like to put it in a light way, you've gone through some stuff, Capricorn. We'll just say that. It's like you've gone through a lot. This is like these two together, almost like we're journeying through the underworld, right? I'm getting the words too, or like the imagery, like you've been to hell and back, is the vibe that I'm getting here. With seeing these two, yeah, yeah, helping fight with others in a legal battle in court. I'm really seeing like that imagery, right? Because I feel like Capricorn with that Justice card with the Hermits as well, like you're very discerning. You are very wise. And it's like you're well equipped to help others fight these battles. I think let's go and start drawing some clarifications here. Yeah. Spirit, can I get a card for the Justice or for Justice? One card for Justice. Why is it here for Capricorn? Justice, 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 justice. Yeah, I'm getting for some of y'all, like it was clarified or it is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Like there's some sort of like karma being reset here, or some sort of karmic cycle ending in your life. It seems like the tides are shifting. And it looks like your eyes are bright for the future though here, Capricorn. I mean, we have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands. Your sails are set for the future. And again, most obvious with the World card. Spirit, can I get a clarification for the Devil? Why is the Devil here? Okay, yeah, I definitely think this is talking about a relationship context. I will say I don't, just like generally speaking, I'm like there's not a whole lot of love like shining through here, Capricorn. There's a little bit. We did get a little bit more just now. The Devil was clarified by the Ace of Cups. And so I feel like, I mean, this, the Five of Wands surrounding it, Yeah, it definitely seems like once you relieve yourself of this person, so to speak, like you're you're going to feel so much better, so much lighter, because my lord, the energy contrast between the devil and the ace of cups, that is a very stark contrast. That is a major difference between those two cards. But the ace of cups is like, my heart is breathing again. My heart is like not heavy. There's light. I have joy in my heart again, right? Yeah, that's the thing too. That devil, like this could have been a person, y'all. The devil and the hermit. To me, that's very secretive energy. Bear with me as I try to explain this, y'all. Not secretive as in someone is like doing something behind your back, kind of secretive, or your partner is doing something behind your back. Secretive as in, I mean, okay, there could be things too that are like going on between y'all two that's like only you two know about and no one else knows about but y'all. Okay. So we could be dealing with a secretive element there. But also, I would say, like, maybe this person with those two energies, this person, like they kept you under wraps. And maybe you feel like there was, I don't know, maybe you feel like you had to lay low, like as an individual existing in this relationship. Or like you had to restrict yourself in some way. You had to, it's like there's some sort of element here, like you couldn't fully express yourself, you couldn't fully be you. And you felt like that was a lot of the reason why you felt trapped. And you felt like you had to stay hidden. And there are certain dynamics between okay, this is not just you as an individual, but the dynamics between both of you. Like you had to feel like you had to keep under wraps, or there was a secret element there too, right? Like there's something I can't get out, or there's something that cannot be known to the public, sort of energy. It's interesting what I'm getting off of those two. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. But yeah, and after the Devil and Ace of Cups, we had the Three of Wands, right? And it's like I feel like we're feeling optimistic for our future here with the Three of Wands. It's like again, our sails are set for the future with this card, and we're not looking back. Like we've in this spread, we've gone from the two to the Three of Wands. It's like you've made the decision that you're climbing out over that castle wall, right? The Three of Wands is like, okay, it's go time. I'm setting plans. We're setting things in motion, right? So we're getting the energy moving forward. Finally. Spirit, can I get a clarification for the hermits down here, the last card? Why is the hermit here for Capricorn? I think you sacrificed. It's funny how I said like there was only a little bit of love coming through, but now there's more and more and more, and I'm kind of talking about it a lot now. It's funny how things work out like that. But we have the Hanged Man clarifying that hermit down there, and I at Capricorn, I'm getting the sense that like you've sacrificed yourself enough here, and you've put yourself on hold long enough. like it's time to make your exit. And I think you already know that. But this is like your confirmation, right? It's what tarot is so much of the time, right? It's just clear or confirmations. Spirit, can I get a clarification for the world? For the world. Capricorn, some of you too, this could be like you and this person, you and your partner, spouse, whatever, like y'all are going to court. And there's a battle there. Might be custody battle too for some of y'all. But I am definitely getting court case for some of y'all out there. The world, spirit, the world, the world, the world. Clarification. Why is it here? Okay. It's funny how I said court case. Again, I'm seeing courtroom just in general. So much in my mind in this reading. We have the Ace of Swords clarifying the world. Y'all. So again, Capricorn, like ultimately, like the end of this or the other side of all this looks really good. The thick of it, a present day may not be, but like in the future, like we got the Ace of Swords showing up, clarifying the world. Two amazing cards to be paired together, by the way. But yeah, this is like, again, Ace of Swords. Like, what do we use in battle? We use swords, right? So this is quite literally like a battle that's being won. So if this is like a court case that I was just saying, some sort of battle in the courtroom, you're coming out on top, Capricorn. Like this is really in your favor. Especially, I mean, not only do we have this, but we have the Ace of Swords showing up the next to Justice, which is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So things are looking great. Things are definitely looking in your favor in this situation, right? Spirit, can I get a card for strength? A clarification for strength. Strength, please. Strength. I think this is where with that strength card, like I'm getting nerves too, like being nervous. And I'm seeing, again, it keeps coming through. And I'm seeing, it's interesting because I'm seeing the Hierophant as literally like a judge here, right? And we have the courts, like we have the court. Everyone's looking up at that judge, right? And I see this literally in that moment, y'all. It's like the judge, like, like they are making the ruling in this moment. And you're like on the edge of your seat and you're like so nervous. Like, what is this judge about to say, right? It's like my fate is about to be laid out there, right? And there's a lot of intensity, there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of nerves in that moment, right? And that would make sense why the strength card is coming out here again. There's something here in the midst of all this, Capricorn, to like keep calm, keep collected, keep keeping on. Again, show that lion who's boss. Some sort of spiritual implication though here too. I mean, on opposite ends of the spread, I mean, we have the Hierophant, Hermit, Hanged Man all showing up in the same reading. Definitely for some of y'all, this is like a spiritual battle for sure, right? Maybe there's something going on in your life right now too, Capricorn, that's like making you really think about like the nature of our universe, or thinking about like who is God to me, right? What does God mean to me? Who is God? It's like there's something that recently happened in your life that's making you think about that now, like making you think about it more than ever. And like you're being really serious about it. Because again, I said earlier with that strength card with that devil, like the fear, right? And it's like you're being met with this like head on. Like there's literally no way to like bypass it, to avoid it, to go around it. No, it's like you have to sit with it and look at it in its ugly face. There's an element here too of like, yeah, there's definitely seeing that justice card again, looking at him. There's some sort of like reviewing your life right now, Capricorn. Like a lot of y'all are just reviewing. And it's like, hey, am I living life the way I want to? Or am I living life like in accordance to my own values, my own morals, what I feel like is right? Maybe this is a conversation with God, right? With spirit, however you want to conceptualize it. It's like, God, show me the ways that I am not. Show me my flaws. Show me my flaws in how I'm living my life, is basically what I'm trying to say here. And definitely for some of y'all, the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to work through that. You're trying to make amends. You're trying to, um, you're trying to set your path straight with this Eight of Pentacles. You're trying to make things right in life. Yeah, you're trying to untangle here, Capricorn. That Five of Wands, you're wrapped up. This is like a spider web. They're all tangled up in each other. Like you're trying to unravel, untangle your life in some sort of way, for sure. Mm. Empress spirit, can I get a clarification for the Empress? Empress, 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 Empress. Empress. Hmm. Spirit, can I get one more card for right there? Yeah, I think there might be two. y'all, like there's no being quiet here anymore. I really had to sit with those three cards for a second. There's a yeah, they're like Spirit is calling you not to be quiet anymore, Capricorn, when it comes to this relationship. What I was saying earlier, right, with that double hermit card, like everything I was saying back then, right? Like things being secretive, you feel like you just had to keep yourself like lay low, right? Or things about the relationship. Like you as an individual and also the relationship, like things had to lay low. That Ace of Swords, y'all, yeah. Like I'm getting that too. I'm getting so many things. Like the truth needs to come out. The truth needs to be revealed. There's there's some dirt. We're going to say that needs to be revealed. That needs to come to the surface. And that might be why I keep seeing, a courtroom in my mind, right? Like that's where the dirt's coming out with this person, right? Things are coming to light. There's a large element here, y'all, of this reading of like the truth is getting revealed. And for you to be proactive with that, right? There's no like, again, I feel like you've been silenced with this Eight of Swords. Things again have been in the dark. This could be a confirmation too of what I was saying earlier, right? About advocating for someone or advocating for a group of people, right? People feel like they are silenced, they are shunned. You're standing up for them. The Eight of Swords. Oh, let's see, where was I saying that to? The Devil, right? What I was saying with the chains, they could easily take them off, right? The same vibe here with her. Like she can turn around, or she thinks that there's like a sword directly in front of her, directly behind her. So she moves in any direction, even like 2 centimeters, she's going to hurt herself. Or in an extreme case, she thinks she's going to die, right? But she doesn't understand that she has an extremely clear path forward, right? She literally doesn't see it though. But if she just turns a little bit and leans up against one of the swords, she can cut off the wraps from her body. Then her hands are free. She can remove that blindfold from her face. And then she can see, wow, I have an extremely clear path forward. So it's like, this feels like a prison, but it's not. And notice too, the water here, and this card is extremely dried up. Like there's nothing left for you here, Capricorn, in this situation, is what that's telling me with all that water being dried up. Again, like I was saying, with this Ace of Cups clarifying that Devil, like notice how the water here is extremely dried up. The water here, I mean, pure abundance, nothing but overflowing, right? Your heart, again, is just so much joy. And I really get a sense with this Empress, y'all. Again, what I was saying, like that lion, I feel like the lion turned into her throne, and she's sitting on the lion now. She's won the battle with that lion. Like it's time for you to win now, Capricorn. Literally, it's time for you to win, and you are winning. Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the World. You are shutting that door, right? You are taking what is yours. You are claiming what is yours. And I feel like the Empress too is like, it's almost like, y'all, after this, like the dust settles in this situation, the aftermath, I feel like it's almost like a glow up period for you, Capricorn. Like I see you glowing in the Empress. Nothing but radiance, nothing but abundance, nothing but beauty. The Empress is beautiful. She feels safe. Again, I was talking about root chakra earlier, right? Root chakra, when that's out of whack, we do not feel safe, right? Yeah, though, dude, there's so much red coming out in the imagery in these cards, right? With the Hierophant strength, what she's wearing in the Eight of Swords, the Oh, I forgot what that was called. The Justice, his robe is red. Again, the red throne of the Empress. There's a lot of red coming out here. Again, literally my shirt, right? Even though it's pink, but it looks more red on the camera. The red tights on the Hanged Man. But like root chakra, right? Root chakra, of course, is red. But like when that's out of whack, like we don't feel safe, right? We don't feel secure. But the Empress has conquered that. Her root chakra is in balance in this card. She is sitting comfortably on that red throne. She is safe. She is protected. And there's nothing that can harm her anymore. Oh, that's beautiful. There's nothing that can harm her anymore. Again, y'all, probably will go back 10, 15 minutes in the reading. I was like, there's like kind of a little bit of love coming out, but it's not like coming out like a lot, right? It seems like that's like the theme in my readings is like I start out and it seems like a lot of the time it's not love and then it turns into a love reading, right? So, but Capricorn, yeah, I think we can end it there. A very interesting reading. The twists and turns that it took. We covered a lot. Deep breath. We went through a lot just now, Capricorn. But yeah, my brain is at that point where I have no thoughts going through it, which is my sign that we're done here. I mean, what? We're 54 minutes in. Yeah, Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell, one more deep breath. Capricorn, I hope that helped. Hope that shed awareness on your, or that sheds awareness on your situation. What needs to happen, right? And yeah, that's all I'm here to do, right? Is to shed awareness, to bring awareness to your life, to your situation. And yeah, I think a lot of y'all already knew what to do. And this is a confirmation for that. So that should give you even more confidence to move forward, right? But yeah, Capricorn, we will end it there. I appreciate y'all, especially the ones that stuck around to the very ends. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon.